welcome to Chat with KST. It's your girl Kay, and today we're going to be discussing Falynn and Jaylan Banks. Now, who's Falynn and Jaylan Banks? I don't know if you remember a couple months ago, this whole big debacle between Portia and Falynn and Portia's husband and Jaylan Banks about a divorce, about friends sleeping with the next person's man. Basically Simon and Falynn were dating. They broke up, and Portia went on to date Simon, and Falynn went on to date Jaylan. Now, Falynn and Jaylan haven't been doing too well, but Portia and Simon are the African king and queen, okay, around here on these streets. But we didn't know that Falynn and Jaylan were doing this bad. So basically, Jaylan and Falynn sat down for this interview, and this is what Jaylan had to say.
23-year-old paying all the bills in the house, taking care of a total of 7 people on my own. That's a big weight on my shoulders. And then I get ridiculed and fired, once I'm tired of myself. It's a lot. So I take care of Falynn, my daughter, her 3 boys, her 2 sisters. I'm 23 years old, I'm taking care of 7 people. I mean, it is a lot of pressure on me, and she needs to understand.
Okay, so first and foremost, I didn't even know that there was such a huge age gap between Falynn and Jaylan. Falynn is 34 years old according to the Neighborhood Talk, and Jaylan is 23. So for me, I didn't know that there was such a huge age gap. If I were Falynn, I probably wouldn't have dated so young, because dating so young at Falynn's stage of development, where she has had multiple children, I think she should have balanced that out a little bit better. But anyway, this is who she chose, and he seems to be acting his age, where he's immature. Like, why would you go on a platform and like not protect your woman, or even if they're not together, which it doesn't sound like they're together, your ex-woman, why wouldn't you protect her? Why would you expose the relationship like that, especially understanding how the relationship ended? And Falynn just sat there like, contemplating her whole life, and I just feel like at the end of the day, it just didn't seem right. And I think after he looked back at the clip that went viral, along with the comments on it, he wanted to clear some things up. Well, this is what he had to say. I don't really indulge reacting to the comments, but let me clear up a few things. Falynn has her own money, and I also have my own money. I know exactly what responsibilities I took on when me and Falynn got together. The problem was, I have a kind heart, and I can never say no to anyone. So when her mother reached out about her 2 youngest daughters moving in, I immediately said yes. Falynn said no and told me I was making a mistake. Although I love her sisters like they are my own, I put too much on my plate, more than I could handle, which is my fault, which led me into disconnected mentally in our relationship. On the retreat, I learned some things about myself, which is learning how to set boundaries. 1, 2, learning how to say no. Another thing, Falynn did help with some bills. It was me who would tell her no, because I believe that men should take care of the bills. But one thing for sure, wherever I lack, Falynn did pick up. Falynn is the mother of my child. I will not sit here and let the media make her out to be this person that she is not. Together or not, I am 10 toes down about this woman. So I think the backlash got a little bit loud enough for him to want to respond to what the people were saying. And I still feel like in his response, even though he's trying to cover up what he initially said, I feel like it still sounds a bit like immature. Like, why are you explaining yourself to the internet? You shouldn't have explained yourself to the internet the first time, and you shouldn't have piggybacked and explained yourself to the internet the second time about the 2 sisters being too much, much and clarifying that. I just felt like just stop talking. Stop talking. Like, and if you do talk, don't expose your innermost, deepest selves to the internet. It's okay to talk, but it's not okay to expose your innermost, deepest self to the internet, especially if you're not ready for the criticism that's gonna come with it, right? Now, a lot of people are just like, you know, Falynn made the wrong decision with going with this guy, because at the end of the day, look at Portia living up her life, and now Falynn is stuck with this immature guy. I don't feel that way. I feel like Falynn made the best decision that she thought she could have made at the time that she made the decision. I do feel like she's learning the consequences of that decision, and she just have to live and move on, right? I just feel like she has to think more and be wiser about the next move that she's making, so that her next move could be her best move. Am I gonna drag Falynn? Absolutely not. Am I gonna drag Jaylan? A little bit. I just feel like he needs to grow up a little bit more, but then again, 23, he's immature, right? What can we expect? What were we doing at the age of 23? You know what I mean? But anyway, I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. Do you feel like Jaylan was being a little bit immature when he's talked about having to care for the children and Falynn's sisters? Or do you think he was just venting and he should be allowed to vent, and men should be able to vent without being looked at as less than or immature for their venting their deepest, darkest moments? Share your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll chat next time. Bye.